Hey, everybody. Mike Haytek, voiceover talent, coach, helper, photographer, videographer. Yeah, little jack of all trades. Mainly a voice actor, though. What's going on, everybody? I hope you're having a fantastic day. One of the questions that veteran VOs get a lot, probably the most asked question is what microphone should I get to do voiceover work? Now, that is a very important question. It really is. It's an important question. However, I submit to everybody out there, there's another important question. One, maybe even more important, if not just as important as what microphone you should get. And that's how you should treat the space that you're going to record in. See, that's half the battle, the space that you're going to record in. Because if you have a poorly treated space, it doesn't matter what kind of microphone you could have. You could have a $3, $4, $5,000 microphone. If you have a poorly treated space, it's not going to sound good. Your voiceover is not going to sound good. Okay, this is what I want you to do. Little experiment. Go to your bathroom. I want you to go to your bathroom, close the door, and then just start talking. Go ahead. Oh, wait. Trust me. Oh, wait. I'll be here when you get back. You back? Okay, what did it sound like? I'm going to guess. It sounded hollow. You heard echoes. The sound was reverberating all over the place. Bathrooms are one of the worst places in the world to try to record. And now you know why. All those echoes and everything, it's just sound bouncing off the walls, off the flat, hard surfaces of your bathroom. And those go right into your microphone. You can guess what that sounds like in a recording. You don't get this nice, flat, even dead space. That's what we're looking for in a recording space. For voiceover, what you're looking for is flat. You want no reflections. You want to be covered on all sides by sound-absorbing material. Your bathroom, just the exact opposite of that. You're surrounded on all sides by hard walls that do nothing but reflect the sound all over the place. Now, treating your space is working it so those sounds, those reflected sound waves are absorbed so they don't bounce all over the place. Okay? There's plenty of ways that you can do this. You can go out and you can buy a really expensive whisper room or a Studio Brick studio, and we'll talk about those in a little bit. But those aren't for everybody. Number one, you need the money to be able to buy them. They are expensive. Number two, you need a place to be able to put them. They're extremely heavy. They're extremely heavy. In a lot of places, you can't even put them on like a second floor or anything like that. Number one, it'd be hard to get them upstairs. You got to put them together, but it'd still be hard to get them upstairs. Number two, they have so much weight in such a small area, it could be dangerous to the floor. So what can you use if you're not going to, try to go out and buy one of those commercial grade sound booths? What can you use? There's a lot of voice artists, who started off in a walk-in closet. Literally started off in a walk-in closet. Now, a walk-in closet is great for voiceover. All the clothes, the coats, everything that's in the closet, that absorbs those sound reflections. It stops them from bouncing all over the place. And that's exactly what you want for voiceover. Do you have a walk-in closet? Let's do another experiment. If you have a walk-in closet or a closet where you can kind of get in there, you can get your head in there, go do that, okay? I'll wait again. I want you to go stick your head in your closet that has clothes in it, has coats in it, and talk just like you did in your bathroom. I'll be here when you get back. You back? Did you notice a difference between that closet and your bathroom? I guarantee that you did. The difference is all the articles of clothing, your coats, all those things that are in the closet are absorbing those sound waves. They're absorbing the waves coming from your voice so they don't reflect all over the place. And that's the difference. That's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking for in voiceover. That it's a dead room. It's basically a dead room or a flat room. We want no reflections whatsoever. Nothing off the walls, nothing in front, nothing behind, nothing above, nothing below. Now, real quick, I want to touch on this. There's a big difference between treating a room and soundproofing a room. Okay, soundproofing is, I'm not going to say impossible in a residence, but it's very difficult. You basically need to build a room within a room so the room that you're recording in isn't touching anything. It's very, very difficult, very expensive. It's out of the realm of most people's budgets to be able to do. So treating that's soundproofing room. That's stopping sounds from coming in. Treating a room is what we just talked about this, stopping the sound reflections, absorbing that sound so it's dead. Now, people like me, I work in a DIY booth. Okay, I built this booth myself. I still have to deal with outside noises, dogs, lawnmowers. We're not anywhere near a commercial airport where I'm at right now, so I don't need to deal with that. But when I first started in voiceover, I lived right in the flight path of Midway Airport. So you can imagine what that was like every couple of minutes, a plane going by, having to stop recording. But treating doesn't get rid of any of that. It'll muffle it a little bit, okay? It'll muffle it, but it's not gonna get rid of it. So that's the difference between treating and soundproofing. You don't need a soundproof room to do voiceovers in. You do need a treated room to do voiceovers in. Yeah, a soundproof room would be fantastic. It's out of the realm of possibility for most people. But a treated room is a necessity. It really is. Now, treating can be done in a lot of ways. You heard it yourself when you went in and you did the closet experiment, okay? A lot of voiceover artists started off working in walk-in closets or in closets that they could build a little shelf in for their computer or their tablet, whatever they were using to read their scripts from, and either a recorder or a laptop, to get the sound in. There are some very successful voice artists that are still doing pretty much the same thing. They might have built it up a little bit from their beginnings, but it's pretty much the same thing. Myself, I'm half in and half out of the closet in our bedroom. My poor girlfriend, I swear, she has no closet space whatsoever. I have unfortunately taken over the closet in our bedroom. My desk, my computer, my monitor, my microphone, the lights for the video, the camera are actually like in the closet. And then I'm in my DIY booth made from PVC pipe, just outside the closet. What I have for sound deadening material in my booth is half of the closet is full of clothes. It's all my clothes. Again, sorry, my girlfriend. But the rest of it, sound blankets and foam. Let's talk about foam for a little bit. Mattress toppers, egg cartons, they don't do anything. Okay, they're not dense enough. You need a dense material to absorb the sound waves. I have anything. I have 2-inch foam in between the layers of my sound blankets. I think anything less than 2 inches is probably not going to do you any good. Costs a little bit more, it does, but it's better to pay a little bit more upfront than to buy like maybe 1-inch foam and then find out that it's not working for you, and then have to go ahead and buy 2-inch foam on top of that. My booth, these two walls are a layer of blanket, a layer of foam, a layer of blanket. These two walls. So there's blanket, foam, and then blanket, foam, and blanket. This wall, this is where I get in. This is just 2 layers of blankets. Above me, I do have the ceiling covered in a blanket that is folded over on itself. Okay. Inside the little closet area where my computer is, I do have some bass traps up, and I do have a layer of blanketing around it, because one of the things you have to concern yourself with is the sound waves bounce all over the place. They bounce in front, they bounce behind. Okay. So I've got it set up like that. It's really easy. I think I think I maybe paid 400, give or take. I'll put some examples in the links below of blankets that you can use. Now, you can use moving blankets. I would highly suggest buying new ones. Okay, don't buy used ones. You never know what anybody did with them. There's also specific acoustic blankets that you can use. They cost more. Okay, let's be fair. They cost more than just regular moving blankets. They're a little bit better. Okay. You can also check out a company called Vocal Boost to Go, that they have booths that have metal piping for the frame, and their acoustic blankets that go around it. They're very nice. They're very nice. I've considered getting one. I still might, if I can find one that I can fit into my application already. I've got a good spot. I've got it treated well. It works very well for me. I sit in this thing every day. It works really well for me. So that's why I haven't really changed. I've been in this apartment for 3 years now, and once I got it in, once I got the booth built and I got everything covered, it took took an hour maybe to cut to measure and cut the PVC to get it all together, and then maybe 2 hours or so to get the absorbing material on it. I haven't messed with it since I put it in because it works. It's been working fine. You can hear it yourself. I do voiceovers for local, regional, national, international, commercial, TV, radio, YouTube, corporate, everything that you can think of. Do audiobooks, everything that you can think of voiceover wise, I've done from this studio, this home built studio. And you can do the exact same thing. The other thing is, don't forget the floor. Don't forget what's under your feet. I've got a little rug. It's probably about that big that I bought at Fred's for $10. And it helps absorb the sounds from bouncing up and, from bouncing from the floor up. You got to think a 360 view of around yourself when you're thinking your treatment, when you're planning your treatment for your recording space. Okay? It's got to be above, it's got to be below, it's got to be front, left, right, behind. Okay? All of those areas need to be treated. Now, if you have a big desk, I have a very small desk because I'm in a closet. If you have a very big desk, you might want to consider putting something down on the desk. You can put a towel down on the desk because you will get sound reflections off of your desk. If you have a music stand, if you have a bigger space and you have a music stand where you're keeping your scripts or where you're keeping like a tablet for your scripts, you might want to consider putting a towel over that to help absorb reflections for that. Anything that you can do to help absorb sound reflections is going to help in the end. And that's the key to treatment. That's the key to treatment. Getting it as flat as you possibly can. You want it as flat as you possibly can. I spend so much time in my vocal booth that when I walk out and I walk into the living room and the sound assaults me from all directions because, like TV's on and it's bouncing off all the walls and stuff like that, it's almost uncomfortable for me because I am so used to this nice, flat, even, no reflections. I love the way that it sounds. You can do the same thing. Like I said, it cost me about $400 in a couple hours to put this together. It's not that bad. It's a low cost of entry for what can be a very rewarding, very fun, very fulfilling career. It ain't cheap. It ain't free, but you can do it. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, turn that notification bell on, and wait for the next one because I got more coming out. I want to help you guys. The whole point of this channel was to give information to aspiring voice actors, new voice actors, people who maybe just first started their careers and still need answers to questions. I mean, I've been doing this for 10 years. I still need answers, but I know what you need there at the very beginning. That's why I'm here. I want to help. I do. So if you have any questions, put them down in the comments. Any suggestions, any videos that you'd like to see in the future, put them in the comments below. I'll be happy to do my best to get that video out to you. Thank you once again. See you in the next one.